Hello YouTube, it's Earl of Pipes, or just Earl here, and it's Thanksgiving, and so I thought I would make a quick video and just kind of check in with you guys. It's been a while since I've put anything on, but so first things first, let's do some housekeeping before I get started here. I am smoking a new Radice. This is a bent Dublin. It is a Radice Clear, and it's got the O marking on it for, I believe that means optional. It's got some boxwood here on it, and what makes this pipe special, many of you may have remembered, sorry if I went out of frame there, but a few weeks ago I mentioned I'm trying to collect Radice pipes that are made in the year that my children are born. One of the special things about Radice pipes, at least since 2009, I think, is that they started adding, if you add 1980 to the number that's on the side of this, you get the year that it's made. Well, this one says 29, and so this one was made in the year that my oldest son was born. So this is my what I call bin pipe. It's got some beautiful grain on it. I don't know how well that picks up or if it's even gonna focus for you, but it's got some beautiful straight grain on it. It's my first plateau briar. I like it. Well, as I said, it is Thanksgiving for us here stateside, that time of year that we celebrate, and we take time, or should take time, to say thanks to the Lord, thanks to others for all that they mean to us. And we celebrate pilgrims coming over from England and coming to settle in this land so that they can have religious freedom. And when I think through what I'm thankful for today, a big part of it is I am thankful to live in what I consider to be the greatest country in the world, simply in that it's founded with its basic ideas being that men are free to speak and to do business as they see fit, as long as it keeps to some very basic kind of human decency principles, right? Not to get too philosophical here, but I think that's what makes our country one of the best in the world. I personally think it is the best country in the world, and it provides a whole host of opportunities to those who will come and will work hard, and it's a country that's open and accepting. And I know that there are all sorts of political things in the background now in this country that sometimes make it appear to not be that way, but that's just not the truth. Here in America, we don't have classes, we don't have things that pigeon you into a hole. It's a country and an economy that opens its arms to you as long as you have ingenuity and hard work. And this country has blessed me with a lot of things, and so I'm very thankful to live here in this country. And more than that, I'll tell you a little story, but mostly what I'm thankful for certainly is being here, being in a country that I have that opportunity to worship as I see fit, to do business more or less as I see fit. I do work in a highly regulated industry, but it's offered me the opportunity to provide for my family in a way in which I don't think I would be able to do in many other countries, and so I'm thankful for that blessing. One of the big things that we do, it's a tradition now, I guess it's a tradition for 3 years now. On Thanksgiving Day, we go and hike the what we call mountain here in Louisiana, Mount Driscoll. It's the highest point in Louisiana. It's 535 feet above sea level. So not a great mountain, should we say. But it's about 30 minutes from where I live. And so we go out 8 or 9 o'clock on Thanksgiving morning, and we go out and we hike the mountain. And here's a picture of me and my crew. It's both my parents and my brother and his sister and their son and my 4 kids. And then we have someone that's staying with my parents right now, Betsy. She's in that picture too. But my wife and our 4 kids are there, and you can see in this picture that I'm showing to you now that's my crew. That's my 4 crazy kids and my beautiful wife. And so when it comes down to Thanksgiving, and one of the things I'm most thankful to the Lord for, a big part of it is that I have a wonderful family, and I certainly have a wonderful wife. But all of my family, they're healthy, both mentally, physically, spiritually, healthy and in good spots. And that hasn't always been the case in my family, and I think that's probably, if I talk to many of you, it'd be the same thing, that you have different time frames in life and with family in which they're not doing well. So I'm thankful for that. And one of the other big things that I'm thankful for this year is you guys. So I've been at this for a year and a half, and about 100 of you have joined and begun watching videos in the past month. And I love it. And I love your comments, and I love your insights. So please keep them coming. That's one of my favorite things about this, is your comments. So please keep posting comments and watching videos and let me know what you think. And lastly, the thing that I guess I should be most grateful for is my relationship with the Lord. I grew up in church, and as a young man was always kind of, for lack of a better word, indoctrinated in the Christian religion. And one of the things I love to read in the scriptures, in the Christian scriptures, the Bible is the Gospel of John. And if you've ever wanted to pick up in a place to read in the Bible and wondered where should you start, I can think of no better place than the Gospel of John, because it's got plenty of surface meaning right in front of you, but it also has plenty of depth to keep you going and coming back time after time after time. And John has written just a wonderful gospel of his testimony of what he saw while Jesus was here on earth. But one of the reasons why I say I'm thankful is that, one of the things that the Christian religion teaches us is that we all come up short, to no matter what our standard is, whether that we want to use the standard of the law given in the Old Testament or whether we want to use our own standard. We don't meet it one any way, shape, or form. And the Christian scriptures also teach that there's a deeper sense in which that's true, that because of sin, that's that not measuring up, because of that sin, that the whole world has become broken. And I don't have time to get into that in this video, but basically the scriptures teach that because Adam and Eve sinned, it brought the whole world into disarray, into sin, and death. But the scriptures plainly teach that the Lord was not satisfied with that, and that he continually broke in to human history to save us and to redeem his creation, and to indeed redeem the world. But one of the things that is so striking in John is that it's not by your actions. You can't get in by your work. You can't get in by a ceremony. You can't have access to this salvation, this rescuing, this redeeming. You only have access by faith in a relationship with Jesus, because Jesus teaches us and claims about himself that he's the full representation of God the Father to us, that there's no difference, there's no without trying to say anything that might become heretical, that if you have seen Jesus, you have seen the Father, that if you know Jesus, you know the Father, even though they're two separate people within the Trinity. Now we're getting down some rabbit holes I wasn't planning on going down. But the overarching message in the Gospel of John is that the Lord loves you, that the Lord has come here and sent his own son Jesus to die the death you should have died. And you can't do anything to deserve that or to earn it. And there's no machinations, there's no levers to pull. You simply have to believe what he says. And then he says, if you believe me, you'll love me. If you love me, you'll obey my commandments. Right? And but my big takeaway from all of that is that every bit of that is the Lord's doing in your life. He calls you to himself to allow you, a sinner, to hear his voice and to come to him. And so on this Thanksgiving, I'm very thankful for my Savior that has chosen me, that's enlivened me, and continually, day by day, calls me to himself, shows me more about himself and more depth within this world and in his scriptures. So that's what I'm thankful for this Thanksgiving. I'm thankful for a great country, for a healthy family, for you YouTubers, and for the Lord and his way of calling me and deepening my relationship with him. I hope y'all have a great Thanksgiving. Go ahead, eat another piece of pumpkin pie. Earl said it's okay. Y'all have a great evening.